What's up, everybody? Jerry Scarlato here with another episode of Thriveology 101. And today, I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. Yes, today is Thursday. This is the day after Christmas, and I hope that every single one of you had a chance to hang out with your family, have a little bit of your best goodies, your favorite goodies, and got to relax and have a fantastic time. Nonetheless, we're going to start our next step in becoming your best self for 2020 and optimizing your 2020 goals so that you can actually reach them and achieve them. We ended our series on getting started last week. We talked about the 3 things that you need to do to get started. Create your compelling vision of the future, number 1. Number 2, set your SMART goals. Those were the outcome goals that we talked about. And then create your 12-week map to make sure that you know what you're doing to get started and get going forward on those goals. And then, of course, to start to take action. That is part of creating your 12-week map. If you haven't had a chance to go over those 3 videos, make sure you look back at those before you get started on this process. Today, we're going to start talking about what it takes to keep going. Now, keep going is the longer part of this process. Getting started is the first obstacle that we run into. And if you don't get started, then keep going doesn't even happen. Keep going then should be the longest part of this process, because in the event that this is, whatever this change is that you're trying to make, whatever this goal is that you're trying to achieve is actually helpful for you, which I don't know why you would set any other goal, but if it's helpful for you, you should be trying to figure out how you can fit it into your life so that you can continue to move forward and continue to get better in whatever this thing is, and set higher and higher and more audacious goals as you move forward and get better at this thing. So today we're going to look at number 1, the first thing that you need to do to keep going in becoming your best self or in optimizing your 2020 goals and beyond. And that first thing is creating or looking at your pre-mortem analysis. Your pre-mortem analysis. So if you've been around long enough, you've heard of the post-mortem analysis. This is getting slightly dark, but whenever someone passes away, what they do is, of course, check and see what happened and why they passed away, and that is the post-mortem analysis. After they've looked at all that, they figure out that outcome, whatever the issue was, whatever caused that person to pass away, and that is what is found in the post-mortem. The pre-mortem then is all the things that could possibly come up that would cause failure in this thing, that would cause failure in whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Now, what we're going to look at is what's going to cause failure in your process goals that we set in your 12-week map. Process goals, of course, are the little actions that you're going to take to continuously move forward. What are the things that you're going to put into your daily routine to keep you moving forward? Those are the process goals. The pre-mortem analysis is going to find all the things that could go wrong and could get in your way, all the obstacles that could happen that are going to set you off course of those process goals. This is important because we're really bad planners, and whenever things pop up, whenever things get in the way, we have a hard time figuring out what to do next if we haven't thought it through. So for instance, many people have the goal or the plan of getting into shape whenever the new year comes around. A lot of people will start by going to a gym, getting a gym membership, or maybe they just want to start running or whatever it is. Now, the first morning that they wake up and something goes awry, maybe they wake up late, or maybe something else happens, their alarm didn't go off, or they stayed up late the night before so they're a little tired. The first morning that they wake up and something is not right, and they don't have a plan for it, then they'll just say, well, I'll just get back on track tomorrow. And the second that thought enters your mind, and the second that you allow that to happen, is when things start to fall off the wagon, whenever the wheels start to fall off the wagon, if you will. So when you conduct your pre-mortem, this hopefully will know and analyze those things and look at those things, and you'll start to pinpoint those things, and then you can set things that you can do to overcome these obstacles as they creep up. So the pre-mortem, like I said, you're going to look at each one of those process goals, and you're going to decide what are the obstacles that could possibly get in the way of these process goals. However, if you really want to set yourself up for success, after you've analyzed each one and after you've created your pre-mortem, The next thing that you need to do is set implementation intentions. So this is still part of step 1. This is part of your pre-mortem. You want to set implementation intentions. So this is essentially just a set of if-then statements that will allow you to overcome these obstacles. So whenever you run into, say, that flat tire that gets in your way, instead of saying, oh, I can't go to the gym today, you have a implementation intention that allows you to change that. So for instance, if I have car troubles, then instead of going to the gym, I'll do a workout at home. Magic, isn't it? And you can set if-then statements for just about any one of those obstacles that you found. For instance, another goal that many people will have is to change their nutrition habits at the first of the year. If that's one of your goals, inevitably, you will go out to eat with people. You will be surrounded by foods at some point that do not move you toward your goal. You will be confronted with cookies and chocolate and all those wonderful things that are delicious, but that probably don't get you toward that 20-pound weight loss that you're shooting for. So then you have to set if-then statements for when those things pop up. If you are going out to eat with friends and you're not sure what that food is going to look like, you have to say, if I'm going out to eat with friends, then I'm going to look at the menu beforehand so that I know what I'm going to get. Because every restaurant around the world, maybe not every restaurant, but any smart restaurant around the world is going to have their menu online, which means you can go online and you can decide exactly what you're going to get. The issue is when you get to the restaurant and you're looking at it and you're looking at the menu and you're hungry, you're going to pick the thing that your evil mind, if you will, your hungry mind, wants, instead of the conscious part of you that wants to pick something that is going to move you toward your goal. However, if you've picked what you want, you don't even have to look at the menu. You know exactly what you're going to get, and then you're going to get that thing and you will continue to move forward. Instead of getting the cheeseburger and fries, which you might choose on a regular basis. Okay, so those are the things that you need to do in order to conduct your pre-mortem analysis. You need to write down all the obstacles that you're going to run into for those process goals. We all know that they're going to pop up, so you want to make sure that you think of as many as you can. And then once you have all of those obstacles written down, you need to create implementation intentions for each one. If this happens, then I'm going to do this. If this happens, then I'm going to do this. I promise this is magic. If you sit down and do this, you will overcome many, many, many issues that creep up along the way. Those are the things that typically derail people. And if you allow yourself to sit down and take the time to make this plan, you will not be thrown off course. That is all for creating your pre-mortem analysis for now. I do want to remind you that we have an event coming up that will take you through this process and also teach you all the habits that you need to know in order to incorporate a healthy and vital life in 2020. In order to improve your health and achieve vitality and become your best self, I encourage you to sign up for the Northern Kentucky New Year's Revolution Summit. That is January 4th, not this upcoming Saturday, but the Saturday after that, January 4th at 9 o'clock. It is a free event. We're having it at Thriveology. That is 981 Midway Drive in Alexandria, Kentucky. You can go online. I'll make sure to put a link in the description so that you have that. Go online, do that, register, come in and watch our coaches tell you about how to get more movement into your day without going to the gym, how to get home workouts in, how to pick a diet that is sustainable for you, because we know that that is one of the hardest things to do, is how to find proper nutrition and how to make it sustainable so you don't have to worry about the next fad diet that comes up. Also, we have Dr. Mark Johnson, his wonderful wife, Jessica Johnson, coming in. They're going to teach us about why proper movement is important and how it's going to help you get rid of those aches and pains. And then, like I said, you're going to go through this process that we're going over, this goal setting process in person, so that you are setting your goals for 2020 and reaching those goals and beyond, and continuously becoming the best version of yourself. Remember that the point of setting goals and the point of achieving goals is not achieving the goal in and of itself. It is becoming the type of person that can achieve those goals and any other goals that you want to achieve as you move forward. That's all for today. Thank you so much for checking out this video. And until next time, my friends, here's to your success in fitness mastery.